Student leadership says the entrenched positions by both parties in the impasse is not helping matters. So, the leadership of the National Union of Ghana Students, NUGS, was at the seat of government to introduce themselves to the president as new executives of the student body for the next 1 year. Up for discussion was the increase in hostel fees, delays in visa interview appointment for Ghanaian students wishing to study abroad, especially in the US, mass failure of teacher trainees in their licensure exams, and renovation of NUGS offices and permanent accommodation for national executives, among others. The NUGS leadership wants the mass failure in recent licensure exams be investigated, among other matters.
We commend our minister and then all other government agencies in their ability to get UTAG to return to negotiations, because this was a matter that was really affecting Ghanaian students. But at the end of the day, we would still plead with both parties to take away all forms of entrenched positions, such that the negotiation processes will not be prolonged or delayed. About a week ago, we hit with a mass failure of our colleague teacher trainees who sat for their licensure exams. This has come as a very shock to us, and we will call on you to help us have a probe in it.
Education Minister Dr. Akufo-Addo commented on the mass licensure exam failure.
President, the National Teaching Council administers exams to teacher trainees before they become teachers. The last one that they did, a report came to me that students didn't do well. They brought me sample responses. And Mr. President, it's important that we hold ourselves accountable to a certain standard. That if you want to teach, we need to help you to really have the requisite skills to teach.
President Akufo-Addo told the student body that all efforts will be made to resolve the UTAG government impasse amicably.
I think all of us are happy that the University Teachers Association have agreed, after some long drawn-out negotiations, to suspend the strike that they had and go back to the negotiating table. Well, I'm hoping very much that some strong binding arrangement will be finally agreed on by the parties. There's a roadmap that has been established, and hopefully both parties will make sure that this roadmap is carefully implemented. It's in the interest of all of us to make sure that there's no disruption to academic work in our tertiary institutions.
Also at the Jubilee House was Egypt's outgoing ambassador to Ghana, Mr. Hana, to bid goodbye to President Akufo-Addo. The Egyptian diplomat is leaving Accra after a 3-year duty tour, which led to the deepening of bilateral relations between Accra and Cairo.
The Accra High Court has struck out a suit filed by the National Labour Commission against the University Teachers Association of Ghana on a strike action. The judge, Justice Frank Roxon, struck out the case after it was withdrawn by the NLC. Counsel for the NLC informed the court that the NLC had decided to discontinue the case. Mr. Yehodakote said the discontinuance of the case was subject to UTAG calling off its 3-week strike per memorandum of understanding between the government and UTAG. Counsel for UTAG, Mr. Kwesi Kelly-Delata, said UTAG and government met on Wednesday, August 18, 2021, and agreed to resolve their differences out of court. UTAG members have been on strike since the beginning of August 2021 because they want the government to restore the conditions of service agreed upon in 2012, which they said was far better than the current situation. The 2012 single spine package put entry-level lecturers on a pay of $2,084, while the current level puts lecturers' salaries around $900. The strike by UTAG has affected academic and some non-academic work at the various tertiary campuses, and government has since the strike been trying to reach a level ground with the striking lecturers to enable them to go back to the classroom, but to no avail.